So this is how it turned out. Not bad. I don't know if we're going to keep these wires though. They're too long. These were just leftover spark plug wires from the older motor. So I was going to try to reuse them, but they're pretty long. I can't really tame them as nice as I wanted to. I kind of want them to flow with the head and all of that, you know, make it look nice and clean. And don't mind this distributor, it's not set up how it should. Just kind of mocked it up, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the motor with the wires on there. I mean, it's a pretty good looking motor. I'm excited. Hey guys, so we got the carburetor in. We actually got it in a while back, but I wanted to show you guys it. Kind of forgot about it, been real busy. We went with the Brawler 750 CFM, so it's a nice unit. Heard good things about them, so we'll see how it serves us, or him I should say. Yeah, so I'll show you guys that. I know I'm cleaned up today. Got a new shirt, new pants, but I worked in them. There's oil all over the backside, but anyway, so that's what I do. I can't ever seem to be clean or keep anything clean. So good thing it's just me and I do my own laundry. So there's the unit. It's a pretty nice unit. I mean, I'm used to working on older stuff or used, so this is nice. So I posted the video yesterday about the engine going in. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll show you guys real quick. So we got it in probably 7:30, 8 o'clock last night. Thanks to Norm, the owner. That was a big help. These headers, just not a lot of room. I mean, you could see. I mean, it's a tight fit, especially down in there. So, you know, we try to get it in with the headers kind of bolted on. Nope, not going in. So we took them off, set the motor in, got it lined up, and then realized couldn't get them in through the bottom. So yep, we had to pull the engine halfway out, probably to about right here, slide the headers in, lower it, bolt one side in, lower it, bolt the other side in, and then it popped right in. So big thanks to Norm. That would have not been fun if I was doing it by myself. You know, usually when I'm doing a motor or engine or whatever on a Chevy, you know, especially like my square body, I left the headers on there and it slid and popped right in. But there's also this whole engine bay. It's just huge. I mean, I sat on the fender well working on that truck a lot, and my kid was on the other side sitting just talking. It's pretty fun. So this isn't like that, obviously, but so today we got the bell housing to finish, lower the transmission back to where it needs to be, put the cross member and all that back on, and then start figuring out all the serpentine setup. So last night I was able to get the carburetor on, some hoses, hook up some AC lines, not all the way yet, and get the oil dipstick in, get some fittings on there, but it's coming along. I wish I would have got a little bit further. It seems like every time I add something, I add two more things, like the carburetor. Everything was EFI at one point, so it was set up for EFI. Now the carburetor has no return bracket for the return spring, and I know you guys are gonna say, why are you going to a carburetor? It was EFI, because that's that's just the way he wants it. So it's a good application for his use, so we're just gonna do that. Also, yeah, so I didn't get too far, but this is kind of what it looks like now. So we're getting there. I gotta figure out these lines here. See how they're like wrapped right around the valve cover and this is over it? I don't like that at all. That's how they had it on the old one. I want these to, you know, kind of come around here, tuck as far as I can away from here. You know, that way it looks just cleaner. And so I got to get some hose. Of course, I have a bunch of heater hose, just not that size. So also this fuel pump down here. Let's see if you guys could see that. It doesn't come with fittings, of course. So that kind of sucks. So I got to figure all that out. And yeah, got to figure out the thermostat too. They had something else on the thermostat, so I got to figure that out. I'm just using this as a plug right now. That's not permanent. And they had this thing running the temp sensor off of there, which I guess it works. I'd like for this to be over here and this blocked off and this with a little one of these, but we're just trying to get it running. So once we get it fired up and broken in, then we could figure out the little things. But so that's kind of where I'm at on the progress on the Mustang. I got a lot of stuff to do, as you guys could see. Like, there's a lot. There's 2 things checked off. So, but nonetheless, I'll get there. And so yeah, I'm gonna start getting to work on this, and I'll keep you guys informed on this. Okay, so getting everything kind of plumbed in. I got the fuel lines, the fittings kind of where they need to be. Let's see what else. If you see this right here, you got the mechanical fuel pump, and then that's where the oil pressure sending unit needs to go. I don't leave you a lot of room. So I had an old pipe with a 3/8 fitting on it, so maybe I could adapt it and have it kind of angle out here so it's serviceable. I don't know yet. Anyways, so I still got to get the fuel. Actually, I just went to the parts store. Let's see what we got. Spent $300, so let's see what you get for $300 now. A Mr. Gasket fuel line kit, some gauges so we know we're getting accurate reading on the break-in, solder for some wires, HEI tack wire, which I don't know why that's in there because I already have one. Oops. Some flange gaskets for the headers, a tack so we know we have the proper RPM for breaking in, some wiring, some solder, some more wire, notepad, gotta have a notepad, jack in the box, gotta have jack in the box, and then a little bit of fuel for me. So $300, that's what you get for $300. It's kind of insane, honestly, but oh well. All right, so I'm gonna get this all put on, and then I'll see how far we could get actually with all this. Might take me a minute, but yeah, here I go. It's just every time I could use a funnel. I could have precise measuring skills. Never fails. I always spill something. I had to take off the power steering pump to get the oil line in. But besides that, I got the fuel line plumbed in, fuel filter plumbed in. Let's see what else. Found 12-volt ignition back there from the old wires. And gonna prime the engine, but it's leaking out of the oil filter down there. looks like there's a big old dent in it. I assume when we were putting the engine in, it hit something, had to have. That's the only reason why there would be a hole in it. I was over on this side, the other side. Anyways, it is what it is. Oil filter, have to replace it anyways, but now we got to do 3 of them. So I found the ignition source back here, this little red wire. Actually, I think it was, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna solder a new wire onto that and then wire in the HEI plug. Okay, soldering in the HEI wire for the 12-volt ignition. Gonna slide the shrink tube over it and then hook up the HEI plug. There's that. And we'll take this red lead, tie it into that. Well, we're almost there. I got the whole serpentine set up. I got all the lines plumbed. It's almost there. Just got to drop in the distributor after I prime it, and it's ready to fire. So I've been working long nights on this thing, or early mornings, but yeah, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, there it is. Here's the engine. Got the serpentine all set up, all the pulleys, all the lines, fuel lines, wiring. It's there, just missing the radiator hose and radiator. But yeah, I'm just waiting on Norm to get here so we could break it in. We're gonna break it in hopefully here in a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. It's a pretty long list of breaking it in, so we're gonna do it by the book, so it should be interesting. So I'm gonna start getting to work on the radiator and stuff, and then once Norm gets here we'll break it in. Got this little gauge set. I know it's not the nicest one, but just need to see if we're getting oil pressure. So my drill's about halfway dead, so let's see if it registers on here. Oh, there it is. There we go. That's with a half good drill too. Go ahead. Alright. Go ahead. What's the jack there? On the one next to you. I have to have that tack.
Yeah.
Why isn't it not working?
Wow.
Alright, try that.
Alright. Here we go.
All right, so we ended up coming back to the shop to get the Mustang here because I had a complaint of being loud and smoky. So apparently people don't like American V8s, and that's a real problem. V8 lives matter too. So we got it here. Now we're just gonna do some finishing up on it, tuning. Gotta fix this pulley here, it's a little bit off, but and the starter seems like it's just not happy once it gets a little warm, so I might just swap all that out too. But anyways, we're here at the shop and we'll finish the Mustang here. Give it a little bit. All right, so we got the Mustang loaded up. It's headed out of state to Florida. Still got a lot of tuning to do. Needs the timing. Got a belt squeak and a few other things, but there she is. Looks good, sounds good. Just got a few kinks to work out, but it's gonna be a pretty fun car. So that's it for the Mustang. We got that loaded up yesterday. It's headed to Florida, a speed shop there. We'll finish it up. It just needs to be dialed in as far as the timing, carb adjustments, feel lines, and pulley alignment. That's what you guys are hearing in that video, is a squeaky pulley. I suspect it's out of alignment and pulling on a bearing an awkward way or some sort. So, but it does sound good, so disregard that noise. But I am pretty proud of myself. In 2 weeks, I removed the engine, tore the engine down, and then we decided to just put a new engine in it, break it in, put a new clutch in, all of that. So the goal was just to get it in there, broken in, and able to get on the trailer under its own power. So I did all that in 2 weeks while running a full-time shop. So definitely proud of myself, and couldn't be happier for the owner to get his car back. So that's it for the Mustang, and thank you guys. I appreciate the support and you guys watching the videos and liking and subscribing to the channel. I am dedicated to the channel. Here soon I want to do a nice little Chevy build or that 351. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate it, and stay watching. There'll be more content soon. Thank you.